Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180,
Chamba.
and we're back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't remember what the last one was. So
I don't either. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a little while, but we're
Mhm.
back with another episode of Importmigos.
Yep. This one we are covering the Smile Fest, which is Good Smile, Mac Factory, all those products. So very specific.
Especially Pop-Up Parade, right?
I mean, primarily Pop-Up Parade, if anything. Well, actually, you know what? It's Nendoroid.
Oh, really? They
yeah.
went all out on Nendoroid this time?
I mean, they always go all out on Nendoroid.
But it's been like a competition between Pop-Up Parade
it
and
is.
Nendoroid.
It
Like
is.
it's like
I think Nendoroid will always win.
Mhm.
It's their bread and butter.
They're so adorable.
They're fantastic, and there's been some really interesting ones this round. So honestly, I'm surprised by how many Figmas they showed off this time.
Yeah. I noticed there is quite a few, and I was like, all
Mhm.
right, I like this. I'm not mad at this.
Yes,
Like,
same here.
yeah.
I'm on that same boat. I'm like, okay, this is. I remember the last Good Smile related event. We were like, oh, there's like 6 Figmas.
And like one or two of them we had seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, wow, this is getting depressing. So yeah. But let's go ahead and kick it off here. Oh no. What did
I
do?
think we should start with Figma.
You want to start with Figma, or you want to start with like other?
No, oh yeah, you know what? Let's go other. Because it'll be a quick one to go through.
Okay, sounds good. All right, engaging screen share. We are here now. And let's click the other tab. All right. And let's see. Can we just, all right. Awesome. We can just click. Oh, wait. No, it does that thing where it goes back to the. Okay. I'll go back and forth. Not a big deal.
Oh, it does that. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So, like, that's the way it always goes. Like, when you click one thing, then it's like. So, no big deal. I'll just go back.
Oh, yeah. You can't go next because it'll just go to the next one.
It'll go to the. Yeah. It'd be like if we're looking through everything through just one page.
Okay. Well, now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have no idea.
I don't know what the property this is. But this one is handled by Good Smile Arts Shanghai. It's I guess it's their new division. There's items that aren't made in Japan. So which is cool. I think it's neat of them to expand, considering there's a lot of talent elsewhere that have their own properties to tackle too. This one's not necessarily a figure; it's just a diorama.
I
don't know.
I know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing about the property, but from what I'm gathering here, this girl is some kind of ghost because there's a picture of her on the wall, and it looks like he's either kind of scared or trying to like
nervous.
Ghost.
Yeah. I don't know. Looks cool. I mean, it looks well made. Let's just say that.
Yeah. And we can move along.
Yeah.
Hyperbody.
Hyperbody is their new line. It's kind of, I guess we could say it's like Figma-esque. That have usually accessory parts that would like robotic accessory parts for the most part. This again is made. This one is Good Smile Company. Most of the Hyperbody is done in their Shanghai as part of the Good Smile Arts line. But this one's an interesting one because Apex Legends is a domestic game, I guess. It's not a.
It's a relatively big game, though.
Right, but it's interesting to see how they'll tackle this. I'm looking forward to see what this looks like.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot cooler than those cheaper Apex Legends. The designs looked great, but the articulation was just horrid.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the game or the characters, but based on this illustration, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. This one, I am interested in.
And this is the Hyperbody again, Red Hood.
Red Hood from the Goddess of Victory Nike. I guess it's a mobile game. I'm not familiar with the game. That's the thing. I'm just familiar with the art. and love the design of this one. A lot of the things from Nikkei, very interesting, great designs aesthetically. So I'm gonna look to this when they actually make this available.
Yeah, I
Good Smile
can't wait
Art
to see
Shanghai.
what the colors are on this.
You could probably find what the colors look like if you like Google the character. You don't have to do it here, but yeah, for those that are watching, if you're interested in what she looks like, or if you're familiar with her already, this is going to be a thing, and I think it's going to be neat.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's going to
very
be neat.
cool. I wonder if there's gonna be some kind of jacket swap out too, since she has
I
a
wonder
jacket
that too,
accessory.
actually.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, good one.
yeah.
Because this jacket here is primarily for a pose like this, but yeah, I wonder if she's going to be able to wear it.
Yeah. Does she wear said jacket? We'll find out. And then what do we have here? Nendoroid Surprise, My Hero.
Yeah, no images so far. I'm not even sure what this is going to be. Heroes versus Villains edition. I guess it's like a 2-pack of some sort, maybe. They're also doing them for like the Haikyuu series, that volleyball one.
Okay.
So, could be good. I'm not really. Yeah, it's an anime that I'm not really. I did start, but I never really fully got into.
And then, oh, look at the babies.
That's adorable.
It is. It kind of reminds me of like Muppet Babies in a sense.
I don't know what SK8 is.
Me either.
Yeah.
Property I'm unfamiliar with, but this is really cute.
Yeah, it's a nice little set.
Yeah. And then we've got. Okay, so this is a 4-pack.
Oh, of Yowamushi Pedal. Might be a 4-pack, or maybe they're just showing all 4 of them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cycling anime. It's animated quite well. I never started it, but I believe it's finished now, so maybe I'd look into it. It's like a sports anime. Yeah. There's a handful of those that are quite popular.
And they're fun too sometimes. All right, what is this? This is scary to me.
Yeah, these are
order.
It's not. It's like they're almost like chibi ball joint dolls. You know that, and yeah, a lot of them doesn't really appeal to me personally. You know, there's a big fan base of that. But
this doesn't do anything for me either.
No.
But if you like it, that's cool for you.
Yeah. You know what though? Depending on the scale of these figures, I'm sure a lot of the soft goods could be used.
Oh yeah, repurposed.
For your 112 stuff. Yep. I mean, the hoods might be larger, but that might also, be part of the style, I suppose.
This is true.
So, something to look into. These ones I think look nicer than the previous one. There's something in the eyes than the previous one that's just a little more creepy.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't fear that these would try to, strangle me in my sleep.
Exactly. This one, I am interested in.
Another hyper body.
This is from the Gridman universe. It's Rika Takarada, and I'm not sure, because there was a Gridman universe movie. I hadn't seen it yet. It's not available here, so I'm gonna have to wait until I can get access to it. But I'm not actually sure if this is a suit that she rocks in it, or it could just be something specifically made for the figure. But again, another hyper body, and I mean, if you look at it, there are elements of Figma, but I feel like after looking at a lot of the hyperbody stuff, it's almost as if it's the direct response to what a snail shell would be.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's kind of like what is it? A higher end kind of mechanized, like mech versions. It seems that they're going with hyperbody stuff. Definitely, I would agree with that. It's kind of their answer to okay, you guys like that? Well, we could do it too.
And the price point on the hyperbodies are a little bit higher than a Figma as well. So it's I think the premium is going into it to an extent, but I don't have any hyperbodies in hand. I don't have any on pre-order right now, and I guess I'm just going to wait for the Nikkei stuff and this one possibly too. But
Yeah, this one looks cool. I like the colors
I
on
like
it.
it. I like the character from the show. This suit's interesting. I wonder if there's going to be swap out parts to make her look like a regular form. But yeah, there's a whole lot of information I'm not really aware of with this one.
Didn't they already do a regular version of her?
They did. They did
Okay.
as a
Okay.
Figma. As a
Okay.
Figma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just trying to remember if I remembered
Mm-hmm.
that correctly or not. I was like, I know I've seen this character in Figma form before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
This one I'm interesting looking. If you looked at some of the display shots, she's not 112. She looks maybe 1.8.
Okay.
1.8, 1.7, something like that. And I think it's fascinating. I think it's, as far as like an art tool, this could be quite cool. I was looking at this shot and some of the other shots that were available, like some of the photographs that were taken at the event, and looking at it, while I think the articulation and the sculpting is fantastic, I was almost thinking, I'm like, is it me or is it lacking any ankle swivel?
No, it's built in. It's built into the foot there. You
Where?
can see it right there at the what is it, under the ankle there. You could see like the round joint
Right.
at
So
the
you
bottom
could
of the foot.
swivel, you can do this, you can do this, but can you do this?
Oh, okay. That's what. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Now I see what you're
And
talking about.
I know the foot can't
I
necessarily
was thinking
in
pivot for some
reality. Oh
reason.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Rockers, you can do
Yeah.
rockers. There's definitely rockers there. There's definitely the up and down. And I know while realistically our feet can't exactly do
Yeah.
this at the
Swivel.
ankle, it's pretty much a twist at the, well, it's the ankle that would work with the knee. I
Hmm.
don't see anything here that could even simulate that, you know?
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't
So
spot that. I haven't had a chance to like go over
for sure.
these like
For
thoroughly
sure.
yet either because I've been at work all weekend, so I'm
There
just
are some,
catching up.
yeah, there are some things that just instantly strike me, like, because that's the first thing I spotted when I looked at it.
Hmm.
And the more you look at it, it's like, this is fascinating. It could be a cool piece to get. I mean, I did pick up the Code of Akia hand as an art tool, and it's handy.
It's just
No
strange that
pun.
they would go with that. Yeah, it's just strange that they would go with that larger scale. You would think that they would want to go with a
The
smaller
scale makes
scale.
sense though. The scale, like if
Yeah,
it was 1.8, that's actually more convenient to draw from. Because
right,
sometimes when
right.
it's too small, it is like too small. Like there's a lot more finer details, like especially in the shoulder. That's
Hmm.
how actual, like if you look at her what is it, the collarbone, that's how it would function. And
Hmm.
I don't think I've seen a figure that actually has done that
Yeah,
where it
no, I
would
was
proper
eyeballing
work. Mm.
the shoulders there. I was like, that's interesting.
I mean, this could, you could just pick this up as like a giant mecha custom for 112
That's
stuff even.
true. Yeah, get a swap out the head and
Mhm.
make it. Yeah, that's okay. All right, now you sold me. Now I'm like, all right, yeah.
I got to see what the price is and whatnot. But as far as an
Let's see
art
where
tool,
you're
this I
going
could
with
use
it.
it.
Yeah.
However, like in saying that, I've got a ton of got a handful of the bodycoons and body chans, and I'm like, do I really need another art tool, especially when these do the job? I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
don't.
still I still like me with my thought process. So it's like I want to say that they're I know what it's made for, what its purpose is, but on the same end, it's like you're kind of like leaving a little bit of money on the table by not at
Absolutely.
least trying to do a 112 scale because
Oh
there's
yeah, yeah.
people that would pick this up just as like, okay, yeah, no, I'll take a cybernetic body in 112 scale. Like,
I'm just wondering if like some of the engineering in this one won't function as well at the smaller scale. Especially, I'm sure that the shoulder section might have already small parts that they can't shrink anymore
that's
to fit the
possible.
112 scale. Because like there's a lot of intricate parts on this one that
Mhm.
it might have even worked better as 1.6.
See, now that's where I would be like, okay, I understand 1.6. Like,
Mhm,
it's like, okay, cool. At least that you can fudge that in with other stuff. You can still utilize it as what it's designed and
mhm.
made for. Um, it's strange when you do something like this. It's like 1/8 or 1/10.
Mind you, 1/8, 1/10. That is just we're throwing it out there. There is no information yet, so it could very well be 1/6.
Okay, all right. So we'll have to wait for more
Yeah,
information.
more
For sure.
information. A lot of this stuff here. Let's go to plastic models.
You got it.
There's not a lot there, so it'll be
Okay.
easy to breeze through.
All right.
So they already made a Figma of her.
Mm-hmm.
The Plamatia line, or Plamati, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's another model kit line that Max Factory has. It's interesting because they have several. They have Motoroid, they have this, they have. I think those are the primary two that they have, and it's just. I don't know. It's an interest. Plamax also is another. So
that's the one I was confusing it with.
right, that's why I'm like, mate, you've got several model kit lines that essentially tackle virtually the same characters sometimes, and it's like I don't know what the deal is, but it's interesting. I guess if you're more of a model kit person and you like the character, you might want to have to pick this one up, But she was released as a Figma, and so it was interesting. Like a lot of these ones that we'll see here, there's maybe half of them, less than half, we've seen as a Figma before.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. The next one is another Plamatia. This one, Hololive, I think this is a Figma also, right?
I think I've seen this before. Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. It looks familiar. I'll put it that way.
I'm gonna Google it for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Figma. Because I was like, this design is too familiar.
And so this is a full-on model kit then, or
yeah. All the Plamatia stuff are model kits.
Okay.
Like plastic painted, like colored plastic model kit. Where you just build, but that's why it's so confusing because I'm like I'm not sure how different they are to Plamax or Motoroid. And I'm wondering how they decide what's going to be released under what brand. Do you know what I mean? So it's confusing. Yeah, this is the Figma. The Figma is the one that comes with the big bowl of rice and I think curry on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah. She looks cool. I mean, I think the Figma looks great. So if you like the character, because again, it's Hololive and Hololive is very popular.
Yes.
If you like the character and you're into model kits, this is it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Figma of her. This is from Blue Archive.
Okay.
Fun design. Fun design. Don't know anything about him.
It's still wild to see these promotional images, and it's just like, if I didn't know any better, or not even if I didn't know any better, like my initial assumption would be like, oh, there's a Figma. But then, I look at the stand that it's on.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You'd look at the stand and you're like, oh, that's not a Figma stand.
Yeah. You're like, oh, what is that? Model kit. Wild.
Blue
so they come pre-painted like that, and you just kind of snap it all together or glue it together?
Right. I think for the most part, they pre-painted in a way where they're like molded in the specific color plastic.
Okay.
Do you know? Okay. The thing about that though is I think the faces for the most part are there. But I don't know. I've never handled the Plamatia yet because I don't think any are out yet. I could be mistaken.
Oh, but okay. Okay, that makes
I don't
sense.
know. I don't know how they are because I know with Plamax, for example, Plamax and Motoroid, whenever they have it on display, those are like fully done up. They're like airbrushed, they're painted nicely. Because like when I was in Japan, thankfully I got to see some of them when it's just straight build. I'd much rather see them straight build, just so I can get an idea of what it actually is going to exactly.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest, like some of them they look super plain. Like
it's going to be interesting too, because I know a lot of this stuff is going to be on display at Anime Expo.
Oh yeah.
Me and you we'll do a little video of us kind of investigating them and looking over them and everything, and like, okay, so this is and kind of like
this
share
one's
our
pre-painted.
Yeah,
one is like done up. This one is straight build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun to just kind of like walk through the Good Smile displays and kind of like give our thoughts and whatnot.
Mm,
Because we'll get to see them in person. It'll be
exactly.
like right there. The only thing is like, obviously there'll be glass in the middle between us
Right, right,
figures,
right.
but yeah, it'll be interesting to look at these and go, okay, that's the model kit. That's what they're,
Mhm.
yeah. So that is cool. We've seen this character before in
We
Figma,
have.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have. That's the thing. I'm like, wait a second. Have they not made her before already? It's from Fate Grand Order.
Hmm.
I mean, the Figma might be a slightly different version of her. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, I recall it being a little bit different. So yeah, this is
Wait,
interesting.
I'm looking at the Figma of her now, and
I'm sure
yeah,
somebody.
it's a different outfit.
Okay, yeah, somebody's like, no, that's actually different. You guys are
Yeah,
wrong.
it's a different outfit. Yeah, please, again, like correct us in the comments and
Yes,
whatnot.
yes, this is.
Because
I'll be the first to
mhm.
admit when I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't know Fate Grand Order. So I really, this is just kind of me taking a look at this, giving my thoughts. I don't know much about Fate Grand Order at all.
There is a Figma of this character, not of this design.
Okay, okay,
That's I'm looking at the Figma right now. She looks great, but yeah, it is not this design.
partially correct. I'm okay
Yep.
with that. Yeah,
Hmm. And it looks cool. It's another Plymouth.
I know
These
who this
next,
character
yeah,
is.
these next two though are interesting though, because I'm like,
They've
so now
gotten
you
so much.
right
Yeah, they've gotten all
product.
kinds of releases. Yeah, and as they should, because I mean the show is very very interesting. I watched a majority of it. I haven't gone back to finish it yet, but it's a fun show for sure.
But it's interesting to see more of the two, but
Hmm.
in different like versions, I guess.
Hmm.
Because I mean, as far as action figures go, we had the Figmas and the Buzz mods,
Hmm.
and so now you have the same two characters in this Plymouth line. Plymouth line.
It is kind of cool to see this though. It's like where Figma really, or we'll say Good Smile, because this isn't a Figma, where Good Smile really shines. It's something they've been doing for Jesus almost 20 years now. Is
Feels
they
like.
they know they know the faces and the head sculpts,
Hmm.
man. Like they hold it down. So it's like they're able to apply that now to these kits, and they're able to take what they've been doing for years and years now. It's like looking at the Buzz mod, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, but the heads aren't quite right. Like they're
Mm,
off. Like they don't look quite right. And that's where, Good Smile, they nail it. Like almost every single time they nail it. I can't
hmm.
I can't really recall the time I looked at like a Figma or something like that. I'm like, oh, the likeness is a little bit off,
Mm-hmm.
or like I don't recall that being a thing in a long time, if ever. Like
Right. I mean, with a lot of the Good Smile Figma stuff, it's never necessarily that they're off. It's almost like, oh, it looks too nice.
it
It's not rough
and when I
enough.
and when I mean yeah, when I mean that, I'm not talking about like other properties like Metal
Mm.
Gear or Berserker. Like I'm talking about when they dial into like
Oh yeah, yeah.
like anime girls, like
Oh,
they nail it every
they
single
yeah.
time.
Every
Like
every time they've never
obviously,
messed one up.
yeah.
I can't recall one that's like, oh, that's a weird misstep from them, especially considering
Yeah,
it's
and I'm
something that's
sure
just
there are a
not their
couple. We
territory.
we could
Yeah.
be forgetting, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, like
They've got so
obviously, like
many. There's
the
so many.
Avengers stuff that's not what
Hmm.
I'm talking
No, no,
about.
no.
Like I'm talking about when they like hit their anime girls, they always hit the nail on the head when it comes to
Hmm.
the likeness, even the hair, the way the hair
Hmm.
flows and stuff. So to see them applying that knowledge and skill to kits now, it's pretty interesting. Like this looks great from what they're
Yeah.
showing.
If you
Like
didn't tell me it was a kit, I'd think it was a figure.
I would have thought it was a figure. Yeah, if I didn't know that it was a kit, I'd have been like, "Oh man, that's a really nice looking figure." Like same goes with this one.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because the joint system that they're using is very very like this could easily be something that you got in the early like first year of like Figma. Like
Except the shoulders are very SH.
mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, oh, that whole shoulder cut, Figma don't do that
No,
at all.
no, not at
You
all.
know, they
Yeah.
don't have prime. They really don't do a lot of shoulder movements,
Yeah, but
especially on like females.
the elbows remind me, and like even
Oh
like
yeah,
the wrist joints and stuff remind me of like early first
the
Figma, like
knees.
Suzumiya Figma
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could have
So
easily fit there. Although
yeah,
it's like, as model kits, they are lighter. The next one, honestly, I thought they were scale models.
that's wild.
It's wild. The joints are there. It's just you barely, you don't even notice them.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
have
why I was
no
like,
idea
wait a
what this
second.
property is either.
No idea. Very cool looking. I will say that.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what line this is for. Again, it doesn't say. So
Yeah. I've never seen a guitar gun like that before
nope.
either.
Or a
That's wild.
massive trumpet cannon.
Yeah. Like just the idea of that alone is
It's
very
bonkers.
cool. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. These
Yeah.
look awesome, but again, it goes back to the whole, what does straight build look like?
Yeah, because especially on the trumpet cannon girl, like that's like, are you gonna get all of that? Like it's I don't see it looking like that if
No,
it's
a
just
straight
kind of like
build. Yeah,
yeah.
there's so much love that's gone into these that I'm like, but how are they gonna look out of the box build? I
And
need to
for
see what that
and
looks
for
like.
me, I'm like, you put all this in there, it's like just make it a Figma.
I know, just make it a figure, right?
Just
Because
yeah,
they look they look awesome.
yeah.
They look awesome.
Yeah, just make them figures. Like I don't understand. But that's
Valkyrie
me
Tune is what it is. So I guess it's its own line now.
interesting. Yeah, like
Interesting.
I'm just like, okay, but that's just my personal preference. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer the
Same.
Figma side. That's what
Same.
I've known and loved for almost 20 years now.
I prefer a figure, an action
Yeah.
figure over a model
Yep.
kit. Like if I can, if you're going to show me one or the other, I'm always going to pick the action figure.
Hmm. So this is another one. I recognize this one. This one definitely has a
Although not in white.
no.
That's why seeing it, I was like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
It's like a different variation, I suppose.
Hmm.
What a cool design though.
Yeah. I love the swords everywhere. That's
Yeah.
so rad.
What a cool, and she's rocking some sweet sneakers.
I dig that too. I like the
Yeah.
lime green gloves as well.
The beauty about a lot of these extra lines that that they do, like the Plymax, Plymatia, Motoroid, and now the what was it, the tune one, the something tune,
Hmm.
Valkyrie tune, is that while they are model kits, it's tempting every now and then if you see pieces and parts that you like to buy it for that, because you can apply that to action figures.
Well, that's what I was
As kit
thinking about
bashing.
I was already thinking that about like the Fate Grand Order
Mm.
kit that we were looking at a couple minutes ago. It's like that would be cool to like add that to something like the weapon,
Mhm. Oh yeah. In a way, I actually prefer model kit weapons because of how
They're
light they are.
lighter. They're lighter. Yep.
That's
You
my
can
main
do a
problem
lot
with,
more.
just like certain like it's one of my main issues with Snail Shell. Beautiful stuff, but their weapons have die cast in them sometimes, and I'm like, mate, your figures can barely hold those.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's like, so when you're doing something like this, like you're able, like especially if you're taking pictures of these, right? You're
Oh yeah,
able to sell the fact that the character has mastered that weapon to its fullest extent and is able to perform these moves or perform these actions when
that is
that it's
weightless to
so
them.
yeah, and it just
Hmm.
looks weightless. You can like put it
Hmm.
in a crazy pose holding the weapon in a certain way, and it's not gonna like, you're not gonna have to like, oh man, I gotta put a stand in there to keep it up,
And then
or
erase the stand after the
or
fact.
or
Yeah.
or the arm starts
Hmm.
slowly, like for guts for instance, like
Dude,
there's no reason why like the sword shouldn't be snapped together sometimes, like,
dude, I wish they gave that's why I saw that the Plamatia guts,
and you
and
thought
I'm
to
like,
yourself,
I
that's
might
almost
I might buy it. Well, one,
Just
because I think it'd be fun to have like a super light guts, maybe. You know what I mean? But
but
to
it would
grab his
also
weapon.
be just to take his weapon and
Mhm.
apply it to the SHF is like,
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
That way it's
Oh my
like, all
gosh.
right, there's no like you can get him
Yeah.
in like just one armed like holding it or one armed holding it
Outwards.
like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like and there won't be any issue.
That's
That's
always my issue. I wish they just hollow out your weapons, mate, or
mhm.
make stronger joints for your arms and things, but just hollow out your weapons.
I mean,
Like
granted to give figure arts credit, like they made that friggin' thing as light as they could.
they did,
Like
but it's still a solid blade.
right, right. If it was hollowed out, it would have
Oh
been
my, so much better.
yeah, but then
And
some people would have been like, I don't
I
like that
know.
it's hollowed out, and yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love get just make it.
But this
Just
looks cool. This looks cool. I like
this
this.
looks awesome. I love this design. The next character, so Sophia F. Shearing. They've made
And this is
figments
the
of it. It's the
vampire
bunny
version.
one.
Yeah,
Exactly. This character, I'm not even sure what she's from.
me
If
either.
she's from, it's bunny suit planning, but there's like, all right, so Max Factory is doing this. They've done the Figma. There's another company, a Chinese company that's handling her also. We've probably talked about it, at least in
Mhm,
the Discord.
mhm.
Um, and they're all it's similar design for the most part. It's the same character, but she just appears in different outfits. And
I
so
dig the tail.
this looks cool. And
Mhm.
because it's a Plamax, it's a kit. You know, if you're into kits, again, if you're into kits, this is it's if you're a waifu, if you're into waifus or into kits, then this is for you.
Yeah, it's right up your alley. Yeah.
Mhm. And again, like you said earlier, I'm sure you can use some of these pieces for figures.
Yep.
You like the wings? Throw it on one of the Figmas.
Mhm.
I love this design.
Yeah, this is cool. This is tempting just for the bike alone.
Again,
Honestly,
it's going to be a light motorcycle too.
exactly. That's where it's like, oh, okay, like, depending on like and the other thing too is like you're building it so you can actually like weather
Customize
it
it.
and paint
Mhm.
yeah, weather it and paint it when you're building it and put it all together and it'll look beautiful,
You can
you
even
know?
add weight to it if you want.
Mhm.
If you want in some sections, just to give it a bit of, you know, oomph. But
Yeah.
I think this looks sick. I'm looking forward to see what the color versions and whatnot look like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, no, this
I
looks
think
awesome.
design wise, this is awesome.
Yeah. I
I
dig
reckon
the
this is
vibe.
right up Mario's alley, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like the kit bash potential. I'm sure he'd say I'd rather it as an action figure, because I think these days that's what we. It's
Mhm.
easier. It's more solid, really. That's when it
I could
comes
see
down
the
to.
bike pulling him in though, because
Mhm.
it's like right up his alley and like style wise and whatnot, where it's like I could see him like I could probably get 3 of those and then just change up the bikes and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I thought this can be the Akira version. This one can
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
Rude Boy could ride this depending on the size and whatnot.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh. Yeah. Or you could even do it up super cartoony because like the
absolutely.
design is kind of like it would almost fit in like a Dragon Ball display
If
too.
you want, yeah.
You could throw some numbers on the side and everything, call it a
See,
day. Yeah.
but that's the beauty about kit bashing with kits, right?
Yep.
There's the potential to do that. It's harder to do that when it's already like a pre-assembled figure or
Mhm.
a motorcycle. You have to
Yep.
pull it apart, hopefully not break it. So
Yep. This
yeah.
is what's like it comes in pieces anyway. So you kind of if you
Hmm.
have an idea what you want to do with it, you can just start applying it all to it, kind of get everything where it kind of like snap it together a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay, this is how it all works. All right, now I'm gonna add my flavor to it.
Exactly.
So that's very, very cool. I like that design. I would
I
have loved if that was like a
Dude, if
figure.
that was a Figma, I'd be like, cool. I guess another one. I
Yeah,
guess another
yeah.
one. In a way, I'm like kind of safe now.
And here we have
Not sure what
Motoroid.
this is the Motoroid. I guess it's oh look at that. It says Mecha Smile. I guess that's their Mecha division, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, looks cool.
Not familiar with this, but again, it kind of stinks in a way, because what they're showing you here is not just a straight build. There's a lot of work that's going into this. There's panel lighting. There's even like slight airbrushing, the
Hmm.
lighting, matte spray, all those. There's a lot going into this, and that's why I'm like, I want to see what it looks like out the box build, just
Hmm.
so you know what you're getting.
Exactly, exactly. I 100% agree. Same with this
Same.
one.
I mean, look how nice this looks, but it's like, yeah, it'll only look this nice after you do everything. Like, look at all the decals you'd have to pop on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be fun. Water slides.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Cool
like
design,
that.
though.
Great design. There's just a lot of work to be put into that, and I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have time for it. So it's an easy pass for me.
Cool design, though. That's why I'm
Very, very cool. Yeah.
Oregon. Oof, love it. Love it. This thing looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Tekka-Man-ish, but it's from that
Yeah.
era. Detonator organ. This looks dope. Yeah, I guess if it's an old school anime, so if you're a fan of this one, I don't think there's any figures of this, so this might be your best bet.
Very cool looking though. I love
this
design.
design. Love this design.
Right.
Yep. This one is Guilty Princess. It's they've done a handful of these already. Yeah, and this is just expanding on it. So the parts that are not colored, those are, I guess, the new parts. Because
okay.
it's smart of them to do it that way. It's like, yeah, the stuff that is in color, pretty much available on their previous ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
I guess I can see where the, financially where the reuse comes into play, and it's a little bit smarter to do kit wise, because it's like we don't have to like do all this literally, like all the molds and everything. It's like we already have a lot of this stuff, so we've just molded these pieces, and we should be good with that if you want this updated version here.
Mm-hmm.
So that is cool.
Let's hop into Figma.
All right, it's that time.
This is the chunk.
Oh wow! Look at that!
Right?
Holy cow, it's more than just 2 lines.
It's and like ones that we haven't seen before. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So now here's the full color of Ganondorf.
I like this. I like this a lot, actually.
I do too.
Like, I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as I did after seeing it.
Oh, I knew I was gonna like it, but I'm also glad. I'm so glad I'm not massive on the property, because I mean, if I was, this would have been an insta get.
Yeah. No, this came out great.
They nailed it. It. It's fascinating where they use their double and single joints. It is, because like if you look at his bare arm, double, single is used on the sleeved one, but if you look at the cuts and the way they organize it and arrange it and engineer it, there's gonna be range on it. It's like it's still gonna have the same amount of range, both arms. It's just aesthetically the single works better. And I'm like, who'd have thought, right? Fascinating.
Not me.
No. No, it looks good. Looks fantastic. She looks good too. The sculpt is there.
It really is there. I can't wait to see this thing all colored up.
It's wild though, because they had if you saw the photos of the presentation, she's so small.
As she should be, though.
Yeah. The problem is though, she was next to the Link in that same series, and I think he's too tall.
Uh-oh.
I know.
This is still cool though, because we're
very cool.
We're getting Ganondorf and her. Like, that's awesome.
Zelda.
Yeah. No, that's very, very cool. And I know we've gotten some Zelda in the past, but still, this is awesome. Looks great.
It does look great.
Yeah.
Because you could throw, like, even if you say, oh, it's just an elf girl, yeah, throw her in your legions or something if you want. This one kind of came out of nowhere. It is an updated version, so it's not entirely new.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Yeah. Well, not even really. You know what they did? It's just like, we have the mold of the body. You know what? Let's give him a new face.
Yeah.
That's basically what they did. A slightly new paint job and a new face.
Yep.
I'm not hating. I think I pick it up.
Yeah, I don't hate it either.
I don't.
I would be tempted if I didn't have the original one. So.
Oh, you got the original one. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't. I passed on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's weird because with the Figma stuff, like when they take their, I guess their when they would take their personal liberties with the design of like the faces and stuff and kind of make them look more cartoony, I actually liked that a lot. So I was like, I actually like how that looks. And I know a lot of people are like, that looks horrible. It looks nothing like him. Like, I'm like, okay, I get that. I get that. But I do like this cartoony kind of version. Like, so this is cool, but this is probably a pass for me because I'm like, I've already got the other one. So
you do. Yeah, this is perfect for those that missed out because I know in the aftermarket he's not the cheapest. So if you wanted an official Snake figure,
yeah,
one that's not
officially
third party,
licensed.
officially licensed, which is very rare these days.
Yeah.
This, you're gonna have to pick this one up. I think it's dope, and I might pick it up. We'll see. I mean, there's too many cool things coming out, Cheney.
Oh God, it's horrible.
There's like this next thing we're talking about, Laos from Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon, who's I believe is sculpted by Mauji because he did promote it before. The one who sculpted Mirko from Reveltech, and a couple of other good small stuff. But he's, you know what, that they get that guy to sculpt Trigger things from Trigger. I think he handles the sculpt of that style really well. He did the Ryuko pop-up parade and stuff
nice
for them.
To get a Ryuko in her normal clothes.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Figma Ryuko would be very, very good. But no, speaking of this one, awesome. I'm thinking they showed this off because he might have like a replacement chainmail skirt for the sitting pose. Just because on the original one they didn't show it and it's just straight, and they don't really use soft enough plastic to even emulate that. So,
and that's always been one of the things that Figma has been able to sell me on with the swap out pieces like that. Like
they're very good with it.
They were one of the first ones to do it. It was like, oh yeah, no, you want to hit that pose? Here's a piece for it.
It looks good.
You can do that. Yeah, no, that looks awesome.
I need to see what his expression faceplates look like though, because that show they're very expressive. So I need to see it, but
I need to watch the show. But I'm scared to watch the show because if I watch the show,
you're gonna want some fake. Okay, and that's my problem right now. I love this show. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, it sucks because if you like a property, you want a representation of it in some form, right? That's how much you like it.
Yeah.
And when they're showing off products like this, you're like, damn you. But the good thing in a way is that because it is a Good Smile Max factory, they take so darn long that it's not that I'll forget about it, but it's almost like, yeah, I'm actually good. I don't.
Yeah,
until you see the photos, you're like, damn it, you got me.
Yeah, the hype might go down. And you're like, I really don't need that. And then it comes out in hand and you're like,
it won't.
Oh, I need that.
Because once that pre-order actually goes up, you're like, oh, damn it.
Yep.
I'm going to have to, aren't I? The problem is it's it's a 4-man. Oh, it's a 5-man.
I watched this show and then now I'm all in.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, I was already going to be in from because I was the manga reader.
Right.
But this show is like, oh yeah, it's solidifying it. It's showing what you can do and stuff. And I know this is a Good Smile thing, but I can't wait to see what we see in Comic-Con. I'm scared at the same time. This one is interesting. Marcille, great character. I look forward to all her expressions and maybe even hair switches. But look at her skirt.
Interesting.
The front, I'm assuming, is going to be a soft plastic, but it's not that's interesting to me.
No. It's the along the legs. Like it just runs straight down the legs and
it runs straight down, but it's cut so that it just actually folds at the knee.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, you were saying the lines along the legs were like the skirt is like kind of like against
attached.
Yeah.
Because if you look at her right knee, you could see the actual joint and it goes through. So I'm thinking those are just the side flaps are just attached to her legs.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And mobility wise, it'll function way better. I'm forgetting whether or not her skirt actually has the single slit in the middle type stuff where it's got the flap in the middle. So it might actually apply even. I think it is
Even
actually.
Yeah, even better because there is no slit, so it's like all kind of one piece. Or
I'm not a fan of how they tackled her poncho though.
okay,
Like, can you see it there? How the front is supposed to attach, like Free Ren was something that SH Figure Arts recently released. I think this month, I believe, and she has this poncho type thing that goes over to the shoulders. It's a single piece. I believe it's like a softer plastic. I don't have it. I plan on hopefully purchasing it during the trip if I see it. But here they just cut it right at the shoulders, and it does break it a little too much, I think.
They're
curious.
kind of notorious for doing stuff like that too. Like they'll chop up like a jacket or baggy pants or even like a baggy shirt or something like that. And it's like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know either. And you think it's like this is where soft good elements or soft plastic elements would really, really help.
Yeah, like a soft plastic kind of poncho
oh,
on top that like was kind of like
zero issue, dude.
fairly flexible. You would
Yeah.
have been able to get all the articulation you wanted.
Mhm.
It's very familiar, very similar like the Nezuko. Like it's just like they just chopped everything up and it's just like, I
don't mind the chops. Like looking at how SH did the chops,
that's
functionally, I think it works. And I mean, obviously, once we get him in hand, we'll have a better notion of it. But
right.
we'll see. Time will tell with this one too. But I love the series, and I hate it. I hate that I'm like, cool. Here's some products. Do you want some?
Yeah,
And it's
here's some
like,
more.
I might have to pass. It might be for the better if I pass on all of them. This one's an interesting one.
Very, because if I'm not mistaken, they could have done this a long time ago, right?
Unless they couldn't.
Which was also what I was kind of leaning on as well. Like if there's some kind of like what is
Licensing.
it? Yeah, like some kind of like workaround in the licensing that everybody just kind of like like found out about at the same time, and they're like, okay, we're gonna put this out.
What helps Good Smile and Figma is they've always been non-scale. And being a non-scale, it's almost like, here's our non-compete clause. And it's
Yep.
like, okay.
Yeah.
But
We can
here's
do
the
everything.
yeah, we could do whatever. Here's the third 2B,
Yeah.
technically. Or fourth if you're gonna include the play art. Is it play arts?
Play arts, yeah. Play art. There's play arts, SHF,
Bring
Buzz
arts.
Mod,
Bring arts, my bad.
bring
Bring arts.
arts, yeah, bring arts, and this one.
Buzzmod, SH, and now this. So that's 4.
Yep, 4. So you
Wild.
all the 2B fans,
Oh, they're loving it.
you're eating.
Loving it. Yeah, eating good. Eating
Yep.
good. And the next one is A2, also from Nier Automata. I don't think anyone else has made this one though. Maybe Bring Arts? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen a figure of this, and if I did, I probably wouldn't remember. But yeah,
Yep. Not familiar, not big on the game property, but cool design.
yeah, it'll work good for Figma for sure.
I'm sure they'll make it look real good. This one is interesting.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen actual figure.
I know the sculpt
representation of this.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll do a bang up job.
Especially with the what was it? What was that video? The other video game, Elder Scroll
Ring?
one, Elden Ring. Yeah, their Figma stuff that they put out looked great. So if they applied that, or if it's the same team or whatever, like I'm sure this will come out looking really good.
For sure. Cool design. I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like in figure form. But yeah, whenever they show these pipeline reveals, I'm just like, just show us a scalped.
It's just like, okay, that's cool. It's artwork of the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give us a grayscale. Like, I'll take a
Mm-hmm.
grayscale over that because
Yeah,
then I can kind of like,
get an idea,
like
like this
this
next
one.
one here. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like, okay, I've got a general idea of what you're bringing to the table here.
It's fascinating knowing that they now do double, yet still decide to do singles. I'm just
There's no rhyme or reason.
there is there.
Don't
I know,
don't try
I
and figure
know,
it out.
I
You're only
know.
gonna make your head hurt, you know.
It looks good. In saying that, he looks good.
And it'll look a lot better when they put their
Hmm.
paint on it and everything.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's solid sculpt.
it's still like, did you just not want to sculpt a double? And you're like, here's a ball joint instead. Here's a
Well,
whatever.
here's a couple factors here that we need to think about. Um, how much was the license to get Witcher 3? How much, is tooling going to be for all that sculpt? And then when you break it down, it's like, okay, well, we could have incorporated the double, but maybe money was getting thin, and it was like, yeah, just throw the singles in there. We're good.
Or maybe it's like whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Maybe it was just whatever, just get it
yeah.
out. We've
Just
been
get it
sitting
out,
on the
man.
license forever.
Hmm.
Speaking of
Fine.
sitting speaking of sitting on the license forever,
They
I'm
probably have
sorry
to renew it though.
I'm sorry, but this is too late for me. Like, this is too late. Like, it's just like, dude, like, you could have put this out years ago. Years ago. And they chose not to. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Looks fantastic.
it looks great. But I, if I get an SHF, I'm gonna go with the
I know.
SHF.
I know. What kind of stinks with this one, though, is whenever they show him on display, they always show off his horse. Is it going to be a 2-pack, or are you going to be forced to buy one or the other? Like, buy them individually, which, mind you, is fine. I
I
think
think
that's
I think there's going to
probably
be
the.
two options, Chamba, because it's right up their alley. You're going to have the deluxe version with the horse that you can buy for an exorbitant amount of money,
Ugh,
or you'll get the plain Jane version where you literally get probably what we see here:
bare bones.
shield,
Hmm.
sword, a couple hands, done. So it's going to be either feast or famine. It's like just the bare minimum or the deluxe with the horse and probably some other stuff. So
I think it looks great. But yeah, if come San Diego Comic Con, on in the Tamashi booth, they have Skull Knight there. I was like, cool, this is it then.
or Anime Expo,
Oh,
where
yeah, whichever. Doesn't yeah. If they have something on display, it's like, cool. This is the one. This is the one I'm getting.
because even if they announce that, like, even if Bandai announces this a month or two from now, it's going to be out before this one.
I know. That's always the weird thing with
And, and that's the thing about it. Like, I'm
reviews.
just like, you sat on this property for years
Mm.
and years and years and years, and now you saw that Bandai is like going full bore with his. Oh yeah, no, we can make those.
Mhm. Oh, you mean this thing here? We'll reissue God Hand first for really high, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Oh, because
And
we
then
noticed that people are interested in it and we can make
yeah.
money off of it.
Mhm.
Even though our fans have been telling us for years that they want more of this stuff.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, it looks great, but
It looks fantastic, but no,
you kind of know
the
when
thing
you're
is
in a when you're in a bad relationship, and
yeah.
I tell this to Ernie all the time with his Black Series stuff, and it's just like, I don't know,
Mhm.
like, I was there for you. I was there for you for years and years. Like, hey, give me more Berserk, give me more Berserk. Well, Bandai came along and said, hey there,
We'll do
big
it.
boy. You like what you see over here? I'm like, yeah, I
I
really
do.
do. And it's like, I'll treat you better. You want other characters? Yeah. You want guts in multiple different forms and
You
not
want
just
Shirky?
guts?
You
Yeah,
want
yeah,
shirke?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I've
what? Yeah,
wanted shirke for
ever.
years. I,
Yeah.
come over here, Cheney. I got you. I got you.
Oh, look at that. We'll show you a
Yeah,
prototype of Zod.
yeah. You
Like,
want Zod?
what? Yeah.
Yeah, I do want Zod. It's like,
Yeah,
come
I'd
on
love
over
it.
here. Come over here, Cheney. Starts petting my head, rubbing my
There you
shoulders.
go. Yeah, it's like, how
Slowly,
long? 6 months. What?
yeah,
Yeah,
slowly slips.
6 months.
Bandai slowly slips their hand into my back pocket and pulls my
Yeah,
wallet out. Just gonna run the card. Are you cool with
yeah.
that?
He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
just
okay. You want a
gonna
drink?
borrow this.
Here, have a drink. Okay,
Have a,
all right.
enjoy this. In
And then
saying that, though, the
across,
Figmas will scale well. By the way.
yeah, but
Yeah,
across the room,
yeah.
Good Smile's like, oh hell no,
Oh, what?
no,
He's with us.
no. Cheney was mine. Get back over
Yeah.
here. And I'm like, really, Skull Knight? Like,
Mm-hmm. Scott,
did you
mind you,
see?
beautiful looking.
Yes, no,
Beautiful looking.
and I'm just trying
Yeah.
to explain my feelings in this because
Yes. Yeah.
I probably did come off sounding pretty sour and whatnot, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm explaining what's going on here. I'm like, you didn't want anything to do with me. Now
Yeah.
you want me back.
You forgot about me.
Yeah, you forgot
Mm-hmm.
all about me. And yeah, this looks great, but I would not be surprised if we get an SHF of this before this even comes out.
I know.
And it's
It'll
nobody's fault
announce. No,
but Good Smiles.
they really drop a ball a lot.
Mm-hmm. With that said, you get a wired soft goods cape, which is killer, which is something that they never really did before either. Like, you got to understand when you see a knee jerk reaction, you know?
Oh yeah, their capes are garbage.
Uh huh. They were trash.
The tissue one.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, this is like prime example of like, well, I'm going to
They
make you
brought it.
jealous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they brought it. We have to. We
Yeah.
have to show it.
But at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, the fact that Bandai has the license now is only better because this is a direct response to that. And at the end of the day, who wins in situations like this?
Fans.
We do.
Yeah, fans do.
Yeah, get
Options.
get another import company out there pumping out Berserk stuff in this scale. And then you'll see all three of these companies just really bring their A game. Granted, Bandai jumped in and they just said, "No, we're going full throttle." Like, so
we're going in. We're going in deep.
So, but this looks great. I like the fact that we're winning with the soft goods wired cape. I like that the paint and the sculpt on this look great. I want to see what the articulation scheme is like. I love that it's a Figma. There's a lot of things that I do like about this, but I just had to get my emotions out there first.
Yeah.
Explain how I felt about this.
Yeah,
because
totally understandable too.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the glowing eyes. Are they going to glow? Probably not. They're probably
It's
painted.
probably going to be painted.
Yeah, metallic, like red. But still, it looks great. It's going to photograph wonderfully. Good Smile. Just better hope to God that Bandai doesn't drop one before.
I think they're gonna
do it. I'm so.
I would be shocked.
I
if
would
they
be
don't.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, see, this is where Good Smile should have put out a later version of Casca, Shriek, or Farness. If they would have dropped the Farness, then it would have been like, oh, because Good Smile, they know their anime like women and girls. So it's like you drop a Farness and it's like, okay, I'm listening.
In saying that, though, the art style is very not Good Smile.
Right.
That's why it can be trickier. For sure. It'll be very nice.
It's still going to look like a good figure. It's like play to your strong suits.
Yep.
So let's keep trying to woo me and Chamba over here. Do your best.
You'll try.
Yep.
I'm not going to dispute it. You know what I mean? I won't fight it.
Yeah.
But I will speak with my wallet.
Exactly. And with that being said, this looks good. This looks great. So we'll keep it moving here.
Another pipeline reveal. I'm going to just call them pipeline reveals.
Yeah. At this point, it's just kind of like, all right. But we do have to remember we were complaining about not seeing a lot of Figma announcements.
I'll take a pipeline reveal Figma.
Yes, yes. So we've
In
got
saying that, though, they've done that in the past where they've shown
and
us
they
pipeline reveals
never
of Figmas and nothing.
right.
Looking
Show
at
me
you, All
grayscale.
Might,
Yeah. What is it? The Frog
Spice and
Girl.
Wolf. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pipeline reveals that we never saw grayscale for. So
Yeah. That one's Spice and Wolf. This next one is
Sakura.
Hololive. She looks great. I hate how good that looks.
Mm-hmm.
Again, their strengths, like you were stating.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, like they
Nail
like it's really really hard to top this. You know, like another
know.
company trying to tackle this, like they wouldn't hit the mark this well.
Not this well. Not
Nope.
this well.
And there's other
Close,
companies out there
possibly.
trying, but
Uh-huh.
it's you know you got to remember these guys got about 20 years of this under their
I
belt
know.
now. This is their strong suit for sure. This looks like a killer figure. I know nothing about this character.
It's Hololive. I
Yep.
know nothing of Hololive.
Yeah, same here.
The next one is also another Hololive. Does it look great? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like a super fun figure that I know
Mhm.
nothing about. And this is where it gets dangerous for me because it's like, okay, this is a cool looking figure. I know nothing about it. Do I pick it up just because it looks cool? Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it does. There are times. Again, like some are easier to say no than others. There are some where it's like, all right, it was that extra part, or it was like, yeah, that
Yep.
called it. And again, we know how Figmas are in hand. They're
Like
great.
the girl that comes with the chicken. She's also Hololive. She comes with fried
Yep.
chicken pieces. I'm like, that's tempting. Plus,
Yeah.
with her crazy faceplate that she has with the chicken, it's just like that just looks fun.
Exactly.
Like it just looks fun. You can make some funny pictures with that.
Next one, Goddess of Victory, Nike. I know nothing of Nike. Am I buying this? Yes.
Yep, immediately. I know nothing about this character, but
No.
the design is super
Yes.
cool. The hat,
I don't.
the sword, everything. I'm
Look at
in.
the shoes. Look how
Yes.
what's going on there.
Don't know, but
Yeah.
I want it. Yeah.
I don't even know what her color scheme is, and at this point, I don't.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. It is like it's weird how we're talking about the previous one. It's like, could they get us? Yeah. But then there are some where it's like instant. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of
I
them.
wonder if is there a way to look up this character and see what the color.
Yeah, let me look. Goddess of Victory, Nike Scarlet. Nike Scarlet. Nike. Oh, her color scheme is great.
Yeah, I'm looking it up
It's
right now.
white.
Oh.
There's accents of
so there's
purple.
like purple and black in there.
Yeah, this is nice, dude.
Oh wow, that's very
This
cool.
is really cool. Also, underneath the hat is like a light.
That's
I don't know
cool.
how they're going to handle that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
See,
I'm in.
the sculpt, I was already in on the sculpt. Seeing the colors, definitely in now.
Yep. And I could probably say Mario is too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks great.
I think Mario's in on everything Nike, so that goes with Hyperbody, Figma. So yeah,
I can't wait to see this painted up now.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that would be nice. It'd be
great.
Nice.
I'll try and throw a picture of this on here so like everyone can see the color scheme. All right.
What a great design.
Blue Archive, Yuka Hayase.
She looks cool.
Yeah, this looks like a super fun figure.
It's annoying. They know what they're doing. Look how high her elbow bends. Fantastic.
I know some people hate that joint and they don't like it, but it actually gets a very, very decent amount of motion, or range. I mean,
a lot of it.
Yep. Yeah, this looks great.
It's an action figure joint. I mean, like, you can't hate on it.
No,
the people will hate on it.
Absolutely.
Again, bread and butter, female characters, face sculpt, always on point.
Yep. Yeah. Looks
I know
great.
nothing of the property.
I know nothing about it. It's probably a pass for me, even though it's a great looking figure.
The next one, also Blue Archive, got a bicycle.
That's kind of cool. And they've done bicycles before. So
They have several times, in fact.
yeah, right up their alley.
Mm-hmm. Cool design. I can pass on this one too,
Easy.
but still cool design.
Mm-hmm.
This one is random.
Fable.
Yeah, it's very straightforward, very plain.
Mm-hmm.
But it's neat. I think there's something about the way the eyes are done there, where it's like there's a lot of
Emotion
character
there.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Scared, upset,
Mm-hmm.
tortured, many things.
A lot of things. Looks good, and it's more on the basic side as far as engineering goes, but basic doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more bare bones, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't look bad at all.
No. Next one is more pipeline reveals for the Fate Grand Order caster.
Yeah, I'll wait till I see grayscale. Looks cool though.
Does cool design to me
Right
right
up their
now.
alley.
It's probably a pass.
Yeah.
This next one though, probably gonna get.
Bodysuit.
Yep.
Bodysuit planning.
Yep.
Sylvia.
Different character, but yeah. Bunny suit planning. We saw the model kit from Plamatia, I think it was the bunny suit planning one. Here is a Figma. Know nothing of this, but I think that design is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, pipeline reveal. I'm sure we'll see the grayscale soon.
Yep.
Random.
Yeah. Figma X Ride. Small dinosaur.
What's fascinating about this is that I was looking at this and then I was reminded of obviously other dinosaur lines, domestic ones even. The Mattel. What was their 112 line called again? Was it the Amber Collection? Or was it
yes,
something
I believe
else?
it was the Amber Collection because
Okay.
the other one was named after what's his name? It was
The Hammond Collection, right?
Yeah, the Hammond Collection was the 3¾ inch. The Amber Collection was the 112.
Was the bigger one.
Yeah.
The Amber Collection actually has more range than this.
For a lot cheaper.
For a lot cheaper. This one, you've got the only thing this one has above that one is the seat.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you can find that somewhere.
I want to doubt that somebody has 3D printed a seat already that fits on the Amber Collection Raptor.
Absolutely. This is random. It's neat, but way random.
Yeah. And this is probably going to be pricey. It'd probably be around $100 price point if I had to guess.
Might be the X rides. They vary, but it also depends. I mean, they've never done
the last couple I've got have been right around 90 to 100, dude.
The horses aren't that expensive. Like they were, I think, $50. That's true. Well, even the 2.0 horse was like $50, I believe. So this could be there-ish, but I don't know. This is very random though.
It's cool. I mean, it fits with what they're showing here. It's like, hey, kind of do your own thing. And I'm down for that. I'm down for like, hey, just this is a toy, have fun with it. And I'm cool with that.
Exactly.
And I might look at this differently after I see the paint applications.
In color? Yeah.
Like when they bring out the full color layout of this thing and the multiple different colors, because that's going to happen.
As they should.
Absolutely.
As they should. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. And if you're going to put out multiple colors, then the price will obviously be able to go down, because it's like you can get the standard looking one, you can get a green one, a blue one, a red one.
You can go whatever color, because if this is under fantasy, you don't have to follow. We don't know what they look like in general, right?
Yeah.
They could have been blue with like yellow stripes and whatnot.
Yeah. It could have like a black skin tone with like green highlights on it. And then I'm getting it.
Oh, well, that one is an instant. I mean, that one makes sense though. Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
Really no.
Obviously, depending on price point and colorway, I would be tempted. I'm not mad at this. Yeah, I've got plenty of. I have like not this version, but I have the blonde version of this figure. So it's like
Okay.
throw her on there. It's all good.
They should have done a redhead.
That would have been cool.
You know, have like
Yeah,
an anime Red
redhead,
Sonja. Ooh,
a redhead with like the green color battle armor stuff and everything. Yeah,
even gray out the armor, metallic.
yeah, yeah. That would have
I'm
been
saying, like,
cool.
just have a red Sonja. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. No, that would have been sick.
That would have been great.
Yeah. So I just love that it's called an X ride.
I know.
Like
I feel
in some alternate universe, Good Smile has the X-Men license, right? And they put out Professor Xavier in his chair,
his X ride is the chair.
yeah, it's an X ride. And then they
It's an
put out
actual X ride.
yeah, and then to harken back to that Sentinels episode, then they have Beast as an X ride for Xavier.
He's got it's a pre-molded arm, so you can sit him properly. Yeah.
No, pre-molded arm with body, so you just snap the
Oh, you
Xavier
just put the
parts
head
on it.
on? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the upper
the
oh,
head
no,
and the
it's the
arms.
legs, because you have to
Yeah,
pop the torso onto it.
yeah, the top torso in there. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Beast X Ride. Oh man, yeah. I mean, if
That's so
we're
goofy.
going with this as an X Ride,
Yeah,
could have.
that is
Yeah, but
goofy.
that's in an alternate universe, not
In
in
this
our.
random alternate universe where Good Smell has the X-Men Marvel license.
I had to go there. I
Yeah.
had to.
Last
Uh,
figment that they showed off was out of nowhere,
that's a
a
big boy.
Guyver gigantic.
That's a big boy because that
Yes.
Guyver, my buddy Nick picked that Guyver up, and he's not that small.
He's one of the taller Figmas. I mean, next to Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 8 is taller, but Kaiju number 8 is very tall. So,
Yeah, Jesus. So this thing has got to be creeping in. I mean,
10 inches, maybe 11?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's got to be almost like creeping in on the 1/6 scale almost in a sense, like on the lower end, obviously, but still, that's cool, man. I don't really know Guyver, but I'm sure
It's his
people are.
gigantic form.
Yeah, I'm sure people are excited for this.
Pull
Are
up the
you
image again.
excited?
I'm intrigued to see what it's going to look like
Mhm.
when it's fully painted up. I just hate the fact that it's going to be cumbersome. There's going to be aspects of it where you can't really go super dynamic with it because of his design and form. The
Mhm.
stand, look at the stand. It's like that's a heavy duty stand
Yeah,
in
yeah,
comparison,
and
right?
price point's gonna be up there because
This
Guyver
is
was
not.
expensive.
He was already expensive
Mhm.
for a regular Figma, so this
Yeah.
one is not going to be cheap. But
No.
it's also interesting that they're doing this. I'm surprised they didn't do a Guyver Unit 3 2.0.
Well, whenever we try to think about things that
Yeah,
Good Smile
makes
does, it kinda makes our head hurt a little bit
yeah,
here and
it
there,
does.
so,
It's
yeah.
always why didn't they do this? Like, yeah,
Yeah, why didn't they do the logical thing? No, no, no. Alright, so out of this is cool. This is something that, we've gotten what is it? We got 3 solid rows here and then 3 more and a lot of, like, really cool stuff. Scarlet, I'm in for. Um,
Mhm.
Skull Knight is, really good looking.
Very good.
Um, Zelda, they're probably gonna get me with Zelda, I think. I don't know.
I'm getting
The
Snake.
the Ganondorf, he looks great.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, this was good. I like this. I like
Yeah.
seeing a good rollout of Figma.
Mhm.
I like this.
It's not common or expected,
No,
especially, comparison to previous.
was there anything in here that you wish you would have seen?
In the Figma section,
Yeah.
um, just it would have been nice to I don't know. I think honestly, this already was far beyond what I was anticipating.
Same here.
So
Same here.
I'm pretty happy with this. I would have liked to see the silver barrel line from the bunny suit planning to be as a prototype as opposed to the the pipeline reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But more waifu stuff is always nice.
Yeah. Scale figures?
Sure.
All right.
We don't have to go through every single one of them on these
No,
ones,
we're
I
not.
don't think.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not. We're
I think for
gonna.
the next few batches, we'll just
There's only 2 more batches, so
pick and choose
yeah.
specific ones. There is a lot in scale figures. There's going to be a few that I know we're going to want to talk
Highlight.
about if they
Yeah.
show it here.
A lot of this stuff is, or all of it actually, is non-articulated, right?
Correct. Scale figures are all pre-posed, usually like 1/7 scale for the most part, but they always have a scale listed for the most part. There's some really cool designs though. All right, can you go click on the Shin Japan Heroes universe? That's the one that kind of stood out to me when I first saw it. You'll see it right there. Yep.
That's interesting.
So the Shin Japan Heroes universe is everyone that's that Hideaki Anno did. The creator of Evangelion. He did this, Shin Ultraman, Shin Godzilla, Shin Kamen Rider, and he's just like, yeah, I'll throw an Evangelion in there too. It's like, all right.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. What's neat about this is if you look at the base, they look like they're all separate, as in you can, there's because there's no information on this, I'm just assuming, but based on how it's designed, it's almost as if you can purchase each of them individually and display them together, which is
it looks
quite
like
smart.
the display bases are separate almost.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can, like they're planted on their own individual base, so you can like, I just want Shin Ultraman. He can be on a base that you can just buy. But this looks sick. I don't know what the scale is supposed to be, but this is very cool looking. Just seeing the different sizes and stuff.
Yeah. No, it's very cool.
Is there anything that's popped up for you?
There's nothing really in here that's caught my eye, honestly. I mean, just a bunch of beautiful statues. Like
that's really
when they do this, they can really go all out with like,
absolutely
the paint application and the sculpt and just really just let loose. So these just all look like beautiful statues. Like they really just, they're bringing their A game.
They always do. Whenever it's their statue stuff, like you look at the individual hair strands, you're like, really?
Yeah.
You're going that deep into it? I mean, it's dope, but man.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
All right. Let's breeze over Pop-Up Parade here.
Okay.
I think there's one that was the star of the show, the whole thing in its entirety. I've been seeing this thing everywhere.
This is Falin from Delicious in Dungeon Meshi. This is an XL size. So there's Pop-Up Parades, there's 3 sizes. There's the regular releases, which are about 6-7 inches tall for the most part. There is the large size, which I think go to 8 inches, something like that, 8 or 9.
And then
this one is big. This one's like 13. They go to pretty large. The price point goes quite high too, like 200. But there's a photo floating around of it's like
massive.
A chicken. It's like a chicken. So
it's like it's life-size chicken size. Yeah. Now, even at that $200 price point, I would be tempted if it was an articulated figure. If it was an articulated figure, I'd be like, I know nothing about this, but it's so bizarre that I think I would get this.
You need to watch the series, dude.
And that's why,
you don't want to watch the series.
Yeah.
The size looks like it's going to work well with the Figma, which is why they did the XL version.
And if it was articulated, like without watching the show at all, I'd be like, okay, all right.
Would you have settled if the dragon part non-articulated, but the human part is articulated.
I think, yeah, that could have, that could have tempted me. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been like, "Oh, okay, well, at least I can move around what is
Uh,
presumed from me, from what I'm viewing here, knowing nothing about it, presumed the main part of the
right.
character there, um, with some like face plates and everything. Yeah,
Oh
okay,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
count me in. Yeah, I could do that.
What sucks about this or any of the pop-up parades, any statues in general, is the real estate that it's gonna
Hmm.
take.
Hmm.
And again, it's a chicken, a
Hmm.
life-size chicken size. The character's not a chicken, she's a dragon, but a chimera technically. But
Yeah.
that's a lot of real estate.
Hmm. And I would
That
have to
is so
be
valuable.
a huge fan
Oh
of this
yeah, yeah.
property to like really go, okay,
Should
I'm gonna get
be
this. But with all that being said, this looks amazing, and I don't know anything about
phenomenal.
it.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this, and this looks killer.
Mhm.
And
It
it's a
is
statue
absolutely
too.
beautiful. Yeah. I know, and we're not statue guys.
No, not at all. Not even a little
Nope.
bit. Yeah.
There was another, to me personally, a standout in the pop-up parade. Scroll one down. Actually, you scroll another down. The Motoko Kusanagi.
Oh.
Click on that. I hate it because I want it.
Yeah. Yeah. You have no idea, Chamba. I have fought so hard to not pick up the Chun-Li,
I
and
know, I know, I know.
I'm just like, oh, it looks so good. And I'm like, get your bearings. You
Mhm.
can't do anything, but you can literally
No,
just set it there, and that's it. There's
then
no
that's mainly it. And I know some people will say, "Oh, but don't you do the same thing with your action figures? Once you pose it and display it, it's just there." And I'm like, "Yes, but I can pick it up and change it.
change the pose. Yep.
I can fiddle with it, actually get it in poses."
Mhm.
The best we can do with these, well, if you take photos, you can take amazing photos of it, like hit some
Uh-huh.
great lighting on it. But that pose is stuck. This
Yep.
is it. This is all you can't even turn her head. You can't
Nope.
change her expression.
There's no
Nothing.
swap out pieces. Yeah.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
It is.
This
It
design
is.
though, dude. This
Yeah.
design.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. It looks great. It looks absolutely wonderful. And I
In
just,
saying that though, she'd make a great bookend for your mangas.
yeah, you've really been thinking about this.
Yes. It's the thing, it's like, how can I find an excuse
Uh-huh. You're like,
to get it?
how can I fit this in here? How can I fudge this and make it
But then I
work?
looked at where my books are and I'm like, I don't need a bookend. So it's like, no, that excuse is gone. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
Excuse is gone.
It's like, oh man.
If she was action figure, instant though. This
Yeah.
design,
Yeah.
well,
I still it it I okay. Now I know what I wanted from Figma.
you wanted some monogatari, yeah?
Yeah, but obviously not this version because I already have this
Right.
one. I want her grown up form. We
Mm-hmm.
never got kiss shot. We never got kiss shot, and
They've neglected a lot of characters from that series. So.
yep, yep. Really wanted kiss shot. That would have been great.
Them making this as well knows it just reminds you, it's like, hey, we
Oh,
have
it
the
just
license
kind of
still, but we're just
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
do
Just kind of
it.
jabs
Yeah.
you. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you like Shinobu?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really
Well,
love
what
kiss
about
shot.
this pop-up
Yeah,
parade?
I'm like,
It's like,
no, no, I don't want
no,
it.
no, I've never wanted one.
Yeah. Oh,
I've never wanted one.
oh, this is the character we were talking about earlier. Okay. Oh, all right. Because I didn't know the color scheme on it. So
Yes.
now it actually like it kind of changes my outlook on it. So you have the two
Right.
slits there. If it's all the same color, it's going to kind of work
Mhm.
really well. You're going to
That's what I
get
thought too.
yeah.
So that like
Okay.
her pant leg will always remain the same color, but the slit will function as like a
Right.
skirt in a way.
I like that. I
But
think that'll work
I
out
still
pretty
don't
well.
like the way the poncho.
Yeah, yeah. That's the
Do you know what I
unfortunate
mean?
part.
That
Yeah,
could have been handled so much better.
Yeah, you could have had a soft plastic piece like this on there, and it would
Mm-hmm.
have got up out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a great looking figure, by the way.
I know. I hate, dude. I've never seen a pop-up parade that's been bad though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They all look good,
Hmm.
and that's the problem. That's the
Yep.
problem.
And the crazy thing too is like I've seen people, like I follow people that buy pop-up parades all the time, and they get them and they take pictures of them. They look beautiful. They're
They
painted
do, yeah.
wonderfully. They're sculpted
Fantastic.
wonderfully,
Yeah.
and they're very affordable at that. So it's like,
Very affordable.
yeah. So I like what's like this is probably the least amount of pop-up parade that I've
It
seen
is.
on one of these
That's
before.
why I was like,
Like I
I'm
was
like,
like anticipating to just keep scrolling for a while, and I got to the bottom, like, what? That's it?
Figma
Interesting.
almost has the same amount.
Yeah, so 1, 2,
You're
3.
like
Yeah,
2 off, 3 off.
3. Yeah. There's 3 more
That's
pop-up parades
crazy.
in Figma. Yeah. I like it. I'm not
I
complaining.
do too.
Don't get me wrong. Like, let me just go ahead and
Yeah, yeah.
put that out there now. I was anticipating to be scrolling through pop-up
Several
parades for a
scrolls.
while.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna get into Nendoroid, and that's where you're gonna be scrolling.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, we're not gonna go to individual
Let's
ones. So, I
just see.
mean,
It goes
yeah,
and goes
yeah, it goes on and
and
on
goes.
and on and on and
All right,
on.
let's start from the bottom then.
Yeah. I don't know what the Chihaya Ayase is from. Again, all of them look good. All Nendoroids look good. That's the thing.
Chihaya Furu 3. Looks like a great Nendoroid.
Yep, looks cool.
Yep. Looks wonderful.
They got a bunch of Nendo dolls, very popular. Those ones,
Mm-hmm.
new bodies. The Nendo dolls are great because you can, again, they function like dolls, so you can switch out the clothes and stuff.
Yeah,
And
you
some
can
of
get
them are super
shark.
tempting to get, like the
Shark.
Kigurumi. Those ones, yeah.
Yeah, you can get shark pajamas for them.
Shark or dinosaur.
Yeah, pick. Choose your flavor, shark or dinosaur.
I do want to pick one of those up, the actual Kigurumis, because again, while the hood is super large, I want to see what this thing looks like on a Figma.
Mm-hmm. Be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they're like $15 for the most part. I'm like, $15. Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
A lot of pipeline reveals.
Yeah. See that.
Lots, in fact. Yeah. The Ippo from Hajime no Ippo is
I saw a lot of people talking about this.
Very hyped. People are very hyped about this.
Yeah, I think
it looks sick.
I saw Pancho post a story with crying emojis.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I can't believe it. Yeah, something like that. Very happy with this.
Yeah, he loves this property.
Mm-hmm. Again, remember back in the day when we were all so naive and innocent? We would say, oh, we see a Nendoroid. That means Figma.
Yeah.
There are still some people like that.
No, that's not a thing. They've proven it time and time again that it's not a thing.
You'll see a pop-up parade of this guy before you'll see a Figma, probably.
And you'll see probably multiple other characters in Nendo form, and they'll never even grace a pipeline reveal for Figma. So
no, which is fine, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like that's fine. So that's
this
a good one.
Cute. This is adorable.
That one is adorable.
Yeah.
I like
everything it should be, honestly.
Yeah. I like the thing about that's great about Nendoroids is their finish.
Mm-hmm.
Their matte is so premium. The matte finish is so premium, and when they do, as you can see on this one here, you can see the differences between when they go shiny and matte, and it's gloss and the matte. Pop. Yeah, it's gonna really pop.
Yeah,
like that hair, that hair in his boots, popping.
Mm-hmm. Even his shorts.
Mm-hmm. Thing's adorable.
Yeah, it looks great.
They're doing a Yoko Litna 2.0.
I think I have the original.
I'm not sure what the 2.0 aspect is. Oh, wait, she's got an elbow swivel. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. No, I have. Yeah, no, I definitely have the original. I got that
Yeah.
years and years and years
Oh
ago,
yeah.
in hopes that maybe they would do a Figma.
Hey, don't worry. BuzzMod's got you covered.
Yeah, I do have a Reveltech as well.
That too, the Freiland.
Yep. So there is that.
This looks good. What else here?
Ooh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only put out one Figma from Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm. We heard you like Inuyasha. Well, here is an Android to accompany your Figma.
Yeah, yeah. This is cool though,
It is cool.
in this
It is
form.
cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
fun.
hey, how do you get smaller than a regular Nendoroid? An even smaller one.
Yeah, yeah.
They're doing an Asuka and Rei Ayanami plug suit versions. Here's the pipelines.
Yep.
Neat, but
Be really, really awesome if we had got
Mm.
a Figma Shinji.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. You mean the main character? No.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
The one furthest to the left, the one with the black spiky hair, that's Ritsu Kageyama from Mob Psycho 100. That's the younger brother of the main character, Mob. It's very cool.
Okay.
So it's neat of him to actually continue doing some more Mob Psycho. Would I have loved some Figmas? Yes, but those are questions. Those are things that you don't need to ask us, because it's almost always going to be
No.
yeah. Where's the Figma? And the
Absolutely,
answer is always going to be no. From
absolutely
Good
not.
Smiles.
Yep.
No.
Good smile to say, no, go
Mhm.
away. Okay.
Figma, what's that?
Yeah.
That's what they'll say.
They'll say, we made the Nendoroid. Buy that.
Exactly. Get that one instead. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not. A lot of adorable little Nendoroids here.
Yeah. I like the one with the purple hair and that hat. I don't know what that one's from.
I like the design. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking design.
Oh, it's HoloLive. So you know what? Let's wait till Figma, because they might do it.
This might be a Figma.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. There's always those specific lines, properties.
That you could see and go, oh,
right.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the one next to her, I think that's also a HoloLive. The pipeline reveal one. Yeah. Is it?
Bunny Garden.
Oh, I don't know what that one is. But you make a Figma, I'll probably pick it up. Bunny girls? Hell yeah.
Yeah. We need more bunny girls in this world. This one looks fun, and I don't know anything about it.
It is a manga running. It's called Kindergarten Wars.
That just sounds fun.
It's fun. It's pretty dark as well. There's aspects of like it's cool. It's on was it on Viz? I forget. But I've been reading it. It's pretty good. I need to pick it back up. I'll probably pick it back up when I'm.
Is it funny? Because it looks like it's like a funny.
There are funny aspects, but it can get quite. You know how a good manga kind of does it all.
Okay. So does it get this dark though?
No, nothing will get this dark. And in all fairness, this doesn't have any humor in it at all. So
yeah.
Not all good mangas.
At least not until what's his name? The little fairy guy comes along.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he's not even funny, but
yeah. It's just his thought process. He's just like, what the heck? And then when Shireke comes along, there's a little bit of humor there.
Shirike's good, but no, it's not that kind of humor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not a One Piece.
By the way, this looks great. Like
this looks fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's silly how good this thing looks.
Yeah.
Did you see the pipeline reveal next to? Oh wait, above the next one. Go scroll up one. Misa.
I already have a. Yeah. Okay. 2.0. Yeah. I was like, I already have the Nendoroid of this.
Well, time to get a 2. Yeah. What's with the 2.0s?
It's time to re-up. There's and you know what? Another thing is like the price points. If you look at the secondary market on a lot of these, like the older ones, like
they can get
Misa, it's probably way up there, and that's probably like oh, there's still an audience for this. Like people want Misa, and they're paying out the yin yang for it. So yeah. Oh,
Toga Man.
you.
Oh, this one. Okay. Well.
I'm getting this. I'm getting this.
This is what you wanted in Figma. So, folks, you got yourself a live reaction of how annoyed people can get.
I'm getting this.
Yeah, I know it's an
I
instant.
don't have any of the I don't
Are
have
you going
any...
to now backtrack and
No,
and
absolutely not. I'm just gonna take this Nendoroid and plug it in the display with the other figures. This will be a placeholder forever because they're never gonna.
It's not even called a placeholder. This will be your kiss shot.
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry,
will be my kiss shot.
This
Yeah.
will be your kiss shot.
Yeah, that's so funny. I'm like scrolling along. I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, I know that. Oh,
yeah. The one next to her is the one where I'm like, I wanted a Figma of her. It's talking about from, yeah.
Katana Gatari.
It's very good.
What is Katana Gatari?
I would recommend it.
Okay. Yeah. Is it connected to the...
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's not. But
because they always change the beginning.
Of course. Yeah. This is not connected. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated with myself right now. I'm so frustrated with myself right now.
Why?
Just because I'm just like, if I wouldn't have gone on this page, I would have never known.
I know, but we have to cover it, So
yeah. It's like here I talked all this smack about Nendoroids. I'm like, well, I got to get Kiss Shot.
Yeah. Well, you weren't talking smack in a way where it's garbage. You've never said that.
No.
Yeah. The appeal is not exactly.
It's not talking trash in the sense of I hate them. It's talking trash in the sense of I'm extremely jealous that Nendoroid gets all of these figures and Figma doesn't. That's all.
I'm there with you, but in saying that,
it's coming from
it's coming from
the rage of pure jealousy. Is just
I'm envious of a Nendoroid collector.
Yes,
because you get everybody.
Yeah, I
want to get that mimic though.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I'm gonna get that because it's gonna still match with the SH figure arts of Freeran.
And yeah, everybody, I've seen pictures of this thing bites people or eats people or they fall into
it's essentially like a chest, a magic chest, right? Where there could be things in there, but it's a creature, so it deceives you.
Yeah, it's very cool, and it fits perfectly for Nendoroid, and you can use it
absolutely. For exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
just because I know it'll work with everything. Are you watching Freeran?
No.
You really should.
I know.
Season 1 is done.
There's a lot of stuff I need to be watching, but
yeah, I need to finish off season 1 of Undead Unluck.
Yeah, that's actually something that would be very fun for Nendoroid to do, like with all the facial expressions and everything.
Undead.
Undead Unluck would be great for Nendoroids.
Wouldn't you just rather have more
the SHF? Yeah, I would. But you know how they always like they'll apply like the extreme emotions on the Nendoroids, and it's like that's a lot of fun. That could be like swapped out in a picture, like
That's true. DLCs though, the DLC parts of SH figure arts have been getting.
They have
really, really good.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're really rolling out 2.0s here.
There's a handful of 2.0s this time around.
Yeah, Taiga.
I guess they can just improve it. What a fun show this was.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Yeah, no, and like I had said, like there's a lot of older Nendoroids that like people are like, dude, that's like hundreds of dollars. Like so it's understandable why they're doing 2.0s. I get it.
I like that expression of Mari and Kitagawa.
Oh yeah.
That expression is just
I
love that.
Yeah.
Dude, that series would have been so Figma.
My dress up darling.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
It's
it
a fun
sounds
show.
fun. Yeah, it sounds
It's a fun
funny.
show. Yeah, it's about cosplay and stuff.
Oh, nice. This is interesting. I always like when they do stuff like this.
I
It's
do
like
too.
we're not going to leave the robots out. We
No.
got to we got to make Nendo forms of the robots as well.
And now you know they were doing Evangelion pilots. I'd love to see an Nendoroid Evangelion unit.
Yes, yes. Even the even the angels too. That would
Oh,
be
the
cool.
angels would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh, yeah, dude, the angels would be sick.
Now, possibly the one that I saw posted everywhere out of all the Nendoroids was this one right here. People were losing their minds over
Mm-hmm.
this.
He looks cool. The style, I mean, it works. I've got the previous three. I'm not going to pick this one up because this is kind of a later generation Sonic
Mm-hmm.
character. And in saying that too, I don't know if anyone who's watching pick up any of the or are interested in picking up any of the Sonic the Hedgehog Nendoroids, but Knuckles is garbage.
Oh, really?
Oh, garbage. I
Wow.
think you know how we do the top 10 and stuff, and there's like biggest disappointment type stuff. He's my that one. I don't know what's gonna top that one. I was saying in the Discord chat, I was like, if that thing fell and broke, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the garbage.
Well, I'll put parts of it and I will take parts and kit bash.
There you go.
You know, it'd be that. Like those gloves are great. His shoes are cool. I'd probably pop his head onto another body just to make it look silly, but that
Mm-hmm.
figure is garbage. In saying that though, they do look good. That's the thing.
Yeah,
They
this looks really good.
They look good. Even the previous ones, they look fantastic. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there's so many limitations. I wish they would have done the 'cause you know on certain Nendoroid figures they go the action figure body.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the One Punch Man, they've got like the ball joint shoulders, they got elbow joints, knee joints. It's a full on just a mini action figure. They didn't do that with the Sonic range. And so yeah, there's a lot of limitations with it, and I'm just wondering why they didn't.
That's who I thought that was. Oh my gosh, this is. Are you caught up on Konosuba 3?
I'm not.
Oh
I'm not.
my god. Oh, catch up because like
Okay.
there's a funny moment that happens with this character. It
Okay.
is. Oh, dude.
So you looked at this and you're like, is it her? Yes, it is her.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. I looked them all. Iris, that's her name, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, that is Konosuba. So
So
that's
the one
wild.
next to it is also from Konosuba, Eris.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Yep, yep. Which also makes sense
Wicked.
for Konosuba 3. Yeah. Which has been the I'm not all the way caught up on it, but
Mm.
where I'm at it's been a fun ride, man.
I'll
It's
need to rewatch season 2, but again, I'm gonna have a lot of time when I'm in the US during the month of August and September, so I'm just gonna be
I'm
probably
pretty
doing
sure
that.
when you reach that moment where the thing that I'm referring to happens, you'll know exactly what it is
Okay.
and message me and be like, "That was funny." And I'll be like, "Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was
Okay.
funny." And then this one I know I had seen before. This also a
Yep.
2.0
Looks
Steins
good.
Gate. Yeah.
Steins Gate was cool, man.
So yeah, there's a lot of 2.0s in here, which is justifiable because, a lot of these figures it's, they're probably 15 years old, something
Mm,
like that. Like I know Misa is really old, so they probably added a couple new things in there and yeah, put her out again. But this
that's yours. You're getting it.
yep, yep, I'm getting it. And hopefully one day, maybe possibly when I'm in my 50s, they'll actually come out with a Figma.
Maybe not. Maybe a pop-up parade. Maybe it'll just be like,
Oh,
you know
well,
what?
no,
I'll
they've
get a
they've
pop-up
done
parade.
they've done
Oh,
beautiful
they're done? Okay.
statues. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they did this one and it was just absolutely stunning. Her hair was flowing everywhere and
You
she had
want
her
an
big
action
long
figure.
sword and it was amazing. So,
You want
yeah.
an action figure.
I do. I do. I want an action figure. So that about wraps it up. We've covered them all. We've given you our thoughts on everything
For the most
here.
part. Oh, I like
Right.
that Moomin.
Moomin.
Moomin. It's right next to the Laos. You can see it. Top. They're
Oh, yeah.
click on that. That's a very popular character. I didn't grow up with it, but there's this one meme that I always find hilarious where he's holding a pocket knife and then he's like folding it back in, where it's like, well, you're lucky this time. It's a fun meme.
I've
It's
seen
like,
it.
yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm really curious to see what expressions this thing's
If
gonna
they
have.
add that in there too.
Oh, if they do, I'm getting this.
Yeah. That
It's
takes
so
it from a
goofy.
that's really cool looking to must have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's weird, right? How there could be a simple thing where you're like, yep, you've just made it go from I like it to I'm already
Purchase.
pre-ordering it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. There's
So,
been certain faceplates or accessories
oh,
before with Figmas that I'm like, I really like the way it looked. It was really cool, but it comes with that faceplate and that
it pushes it
accessory.
over the
Yeah.
edge
Takes it to
and
the
it
next level.
makes yeah. hmm And Figma is really good with that.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's that bonus good smile exclusive where you're like, oh, you got me,
Yep.
you
Yep.
guys, you guys.
You pulled me right in.
hmm
You guys got me.
It was a good, it was a good, I
This is a
guess,
great rollout. Yeah.
good exhibition. A lot
Yep.
of
I
products,
can't.
a lot of new stuff to look forward to.
Yep. Yeah, no, there's a lot of this is going to be on display at Anime Expo. Maybe even a couple new things. Hopefully, that would be
Maybe.
cool.
Oh yeah, I could see them just
They did
showing
it.
off new stuff.
Yeah, they did a couple new things.
hmm
What was it last year? So that
Oh
was
yeah.
really cool. But this year, me and you will both be attending. So
Which
we're going to
day?
go ahead. The first day,
Friday?
Thursday.
Is Thursday the first day?
Thursday's the first day.
That's the preview day, right?
I don't know. I just know that it's the first day,
Oh, is it? Wait, what's the date on that?
the 4th of July.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
cool,
So we're
dude.
gonna
It's
we're
next week already.
yeah, we're gonna walk the Good Smile booth. We're gonna walk the Bandai booth. We're gonna give you our live in person thoughts. Not live as in we'll be streaming, but we'll have a video
We'll
of
have
us
a
walking
recording, a
along.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with our commentary and what we think
Uh-huh.
about stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be
Yeah, it
cool.
should be a fun one. Looking forward to it. Can't
Yeah.
believe it's already been a year since the last Anime Expo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's right around the corner, man. Like
I'm not ready. I'm not
we're
mentally prepared.
how many days out? Oh, we're about a little bit
That's what
over
I'm
a week
saying. It's a
away.
little over a week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's silly.
Yeah, in a week you'll be a week from tomorrow. You'll be on your way here.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Ugh, I'm not ready, dude. You know what the problem is? It's not necessarily like, I look forward to being there and whatnot. It's just being on that plane for that long isn't fun.
I can't imagine it being
I
like
want to
it's not
teleport.
even
That's why
like
I
it's
always just want to teleport.
that long flight is like literally long enough to get on the plane, get hammered, be hungover, sober up, get hammered again, and maybe catch a good nap, and then wake up and kind of sober up, and then you still got about an hour or two until you're there.
But then feel like you're drunk when you arrive because you're in a completely different location. Your body clock has not adjusted.
Yeah.
So you're virtually drunk without being drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I arrive in LA in the evening around 6-ish. And I'm just like,
So just to kind of like put it in perspective here for everybody watching,
yes.
you get on a plane at what time?
9 at night.
9 p.m. Okay. And when you get off of that plane, you'll actually
6 in the afternoon, basically.
but it's the same
I go
day.
back. Same day.
Yeah.
So I go back 3 hours in time. But when I
The
fly
flip
home,
side, yeah, you lose.
I skip an entire day.
Yeah. Whole day is gone.
Yep.
You'll never get back. They're just gone. Like you
Like
leave
if
at a
I
certain
leave,
time.
I think my flight's on a Saturday. I'm arriving Monday
Mhm.
here.
Yeah. Sunday is just doesn't exist in your world. That Sunday
No,
is
Sunday's Sunday's in air.
yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
But you get 3 extra hours when you arrive here.
Oh,
You
great.
you
Oh,
gain
yeah, yeah.
3 hours, yeah.
Well, is it? It's like that. It's gonna take 3 hours for me to get adjusted.
Oh, no, just to get situated and everything, get off the
Yeah.
plane, like so by the
Ah.
time you get pretty much settled into where you're at, it's basically when you left. Like,
Mhm.
it's the same time.
Mhm. Dude,
So you
it's
didn't
travel.
really lose any
No,
time
I didn't lose
coming
nothing.
here. Yeah, it's like
No.
you kind
That's
of
why it's like I'm
teleported.
basically walking through a door and I'm
Yeah.
there, but I'm just way more tired. That's all.
Yeah, you've had about
Just
24
way
hours
more
worth of
tired.
travel.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wanna, I just wanna shower and just do nothing.
That's a good question for the chat. So,
What?
if you guys had the ability to, you know, basically teleport through a door, but you feel the exhaustion and the wear and tear of 24 hours worth of travel, but you could basically teleport wherever you wanted to. So like if you're like
So I
here right now,
so
yeah,
you don't
you're
have to
like here,
experience it physically, but you'll feel it when you're there?
you'll feel the after
Once you go
effects of
through the
it. Yeah.
door? I
Yeah.
will take that all the time.
You
All
don't
the time.
experience the flight. You
Yeah,
don't experience all of that time. You walk through the
just
door,
the
but
aftermath.
yeah, you feel tired. You feel like you've gone through that. Would you
I
do it?
will do all the time. I will go, yes. Because I'd rather feel tired and groggy, but not have to go through all of that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's basically just saying it's like, would you do that, but travel normally, but you just forget that whole travel? It's
Yeah,
like the
like
same
you
thing.
just get a memory wipe of the
Yeah. A
travel.
memory
Yeah,
wipe?
and no time
Sure.
loss. And no time loss.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
rather
yeah.
feel groggy, but just step through a door and I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yep. Exhausted.
No. Long distance traveling. I don't know if how many people, but yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's
All
not
right.
fun.
Well, that concludes
Mhm.
our coverage. I don't our
Coverage of
thoughts.
Smile. Yeah, our thoughts on Smilefest. If you want to
Yeah.
see the images, there should be a link on the bottom. If not, go to the Discord. I'm sure we'll pop the link up. There's actually a ton of photos on the
Yeah,
Discord.
there's a bunch of photos in the
There's a
Discord
bunch.
in the
Yeah,
good small or the good
in the
small
Good Smile
Figma.
channel. Mhm.
Yeah. So head on over there and there's a lot more stuff. Um but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up on the way out. Share with your friends. Be sure to check out the podcast. Chat Migos Assemble on Tuesday. They're Not Dolls on Thursday. And what other awesome videos we got coming up in our SDCC
Oh,
extravaganza is going to be wild. Like it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of streaming, a lot of videos. We'll be
it's gonna be
doing
a fun time, dude. I'm looking
yeah,
forward to it so
yeah,
much.
it's going to be wild. So
I'm not
check
prepared
that
mentally.
stuff out. And yeah, Champa, how do we keep up with you?
You can find me at the Chamba on Instagram and Twitter, on the Toy Migos Discord, on Chat Migos Assemble on Tuesday. They're Not Dolls Thursday. I won't be on during Anime Expo and Evo time, and obviously Comic Con I'll be with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I should be on the shows just on my mobile device, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just a heads up. I mean, we did it before. I was when I was overseas last year. I was on a mobile
Yeah,
device
it worked
in the
out. Yeah,
backyard. Yeah, worked out.
no. Some days you can make it, some days you couldn't. It wasn't a
I
big
think
deal.
there's more of a chance I'll be able to make most of them because I don't know if like anything's really planned on a Thursday evening, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
it will be good. Once again, thank you everybody so much, and stay tuned to the channel. We got more stuff coming your way. Take it easy, guys.